Hey, it's Matt coming at you. I just found this brand new passive income stream. It's so easy. It requires zero time, $0. It is the easiest passive income stream I have come across, and it can pay you $100 a month and up to $1,200 for the whole year. That could change many people's life. That could give you an extra vacation. It could pay off one mortgage payment a month. It could also pay off student loans. If that doesn't excite you, I don't know what does, because a lot of people getting out of college, they get the most expensive apartment to rent, they get the most expensive house to buy, and that just gives you a huge bill, and you have to pay that every month. Too many people, they don't understand the difference between liabilities and assets. When you get the most expensive house or the most expensive apartment, it's a liability. It doesn't pay you. It doesn't make you more successful. What it does, it just takes money out of your bank account. I just want to point out how big this housing expense is. The monthly gross income for a $20,000 income is about $1,667, which is the cost to rent an apartment in Colorado. So at that point, you'd be spending 100% of your income on just housing. But if you double your income to $40K, you're spending still 50% on housing. My point here is that housing is a huge expense, and you can reduce it using these methods. Tips and tricks I'm going to list in this video. The only thing I really want you to take out of this video is that housing is a huge expense, and it doesn't need to be that way. Renting and owning is a liability, meaning you're going to pay money to do it. And if you want to be smart and successful, you have to turn those liabilities into assets. And the only way to do that is by doing things like this that I'm going to explain in this video. So if you can create passive income, you can change liabilities into assets to the point where they pay themselves off and you're doing things for free. So last month, I just talked about this in my last video. I paid my whole mortgage payment for that month using Airbnb. And I made even more than my mortgage payment. So I put some money back into the house. I bought some new blinds. And that's so exciting to be able to turn a liability into an asset. So there's a quick story of how I utilize my liabilities to become assets, and that's how the rich get richer, and that's what successful people do. So in this video, I'm going to tell you an extra way to create some passive income, possibly make yourself a little bit more successful, put a little bit more cash in your pocket. And this is by utilizing the gig economy, Airbnb, and now this renting space app. It's so cool. With this new website called neighbor.com, think about a storage space, but you're using your house as that storage space. You don't have to do anything. Let me show you how it works. Let me show you how it works in 17 seconds. So if you didn't understand the concept in that 17-second video, let me simplify it. You have the basement, extra rooms, your garage, all that is space in your house that people want to put stuff in and pay you to put stuff in and store it. So they might pay you $100 a month for the whole year to store, let's say, soccer balls in your garage, or maybe in your basement they want to put a couch down there, because we have storage spaces all over America. They're overcharging people every day. Some people pay north of $200 just to rent out a 10 by 20 space. And you could do that for half the price for some of these people on this new website called neighbor.com. And if you're excited to use this, $50 if you sign up with the link below. I'm also going to play one more video to explain what neighbor.com is and what they do.
Make about $10,000 a year just through Neighbor. It makes a big difference. I'm a middle school teacher. It's not like our income is humongous.
Neighbor is a company that brings people together, people who have property or space that they aren't using with people who need to rent storage.
I think it's a good win-win situation. I get some income coming in, but at the same time, you've got people who are getting a good deal. And so all in all, I think we're all happy. It works great for us. It truly feels like your neighbor is coming in and just dropping some stuff off and then picking it up later.
I listed my RV pad on Neighbor, and within a week it was rented. I'm making $200 a month through Neighbor, and I don't have to do anything.
So just to kind of quantify the value of Neighbor as an investor, Right now, I'm actually making just as much money as I would if I were to buy an entirely new investment property. If you want to make extra money and if you care about cash flow, you should definitely be using Neighbor right now.
So as you can see, this can change people's lives. It's so exciting. That's why I want to share it with you. It's one of the easiest passive income streams. Everyone always approaches me saying, I want to be able to make passive income. I want to be able to create a better life for my family and I. And if you do small things like this, let's say 10 of them, they really add up. So that $100 a month times 10 could be $1,000 a month. Now you're making $12,000 extra a year. That could really change your life. I know it could change part of my life too. I want to share this with you guys. I want to let you guys know what's out there. And so now that you know the company, let's check out the website, see how it works, and see how you can best list your stuff. So I just want to point out this is the front screen. If you want to check out the locations around you, you just click your county and then boom, you can see where you can store stuff. So right there, that's me. I'm trying to store things for $100 a month. And there's other people around me going for about 40 for the first month and then 80 for the next month. And then we also have 39 for the first month, 79 for the next month, and some people north of about $200. So not too many options. That's what I'm basically trying to let you guys know. This is kind of first to market kind of thing. And many people are joining this platform for the first time. So if you list your basement or garage, once you get rented, you'll get some reviews, and that's going to boost you to the top of the page. Because there's not many options, it'll be easy to get reviews and get to the top of the page, which is kind of the name of the game for all these renting apps. But let's just click on this one example, kind of see how their setup is and go through the process of possibly reserving the space. So as you can see, they have their basement 20 by 10 feet by appointment only, meaning I can only go in that space if I call them up. So I can't just walk into their house whenever I want. And the description of this space is, basement temperature controlled. So that is letting me know kind of the type of stuff I can store there. But over here on the right, you can see the payment difference, the payment breakdown, and we have, $80 a month, $12 service fee, which the customer pays. Unlike Airbnb, where the lister will pay the fee, on this website, the customer pays the service fee, and then you get your total. So it's going to be $48 for the first month, and then that jumps up to $92 a month. And you can reserve it right here for whatever date you want, which is super convenient, super cool, and you'll get it for about like a month or so. Now let's go through the process of actually listing your space on here. And the cool thing is they have a $2 million host guarantee, so anything happens to your house, if your house is worth less than $2 million, then you're covered, which is kind of cool. And if your house is worth more than that, then it might not be good to risk it. But I'll put my property on here and we'll just go through the process. And you just choose which ones you want to rent out. So I want to do my garage, and I click next. And then I'm going to type in the length of this space. So 10 by 10, 10 feet by 10 feet. I click next. And then this is the cool part, you can customize when the renters can come in, and you could do 24/7. Maybe you have like a padlock where they can go in your garage whenever, maybe a garage door opener. You could do business hours, and then by appointment only, which I'm probably going to choose this one since it's a house. I don't want people walking in whenever. And then you just click what is in your garage. Security cameras, locked areas, no stairs, pet free, no smoke detectors. I want smoke free, and it's not climate controlled but has a private entrance. So all of those things fall in that category. And the next part, the most exciting part, is trying to set your price. So it kind of gives you the range of what you can get for this space and the conditions you put it under, and then the customer is going to pay X amount with the service fee. So if I list it for about $80, it's going to tell me it's probably not going to get reserved, unfortunately, and they kind of want you in this range. So if I put $50, then that puts me right in that range where it's probably going to happen. And then you also have this possibility where you can offer a discount for the first month that people book with you, or they'd have 50% off. It kind of gets them in the door, and if they book for 6 months, you have that first month just a half off, get them in there. You can always opt to not offer a discount, but it should be noted most people are offering a discount. It's just something that if you want to be competitive, you have to do, and then you just title it. And I'm going to stop here. So this is basically how you list your property and how you list the room you want to rent. If you want 2 more videos on option trading, please click the link to the right of me. If you want to trade with me personally, 7 days for free, link below that. Peace.